several WWE wrestlers have received some very sad news from the company, and this includes such big stars as Roman Reigns and Becky Lynch. First, let's discuss Roman Reigns, and then we'll get to Becky Lynch. Of course, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, has been an unstoppable force as he has become the far and away biggest star in WWE. Unfortunately, the superstardom that he has experienced over the last couple years is also his downfall, because according to a brand new behind-the-scenes rumor, there is a leaked list of the wrestlers that WWE plans to release in the coming days. And one of the names on the release list is Roman Reigns, which means he will be fired from the company. When fans first heard about this new leaked list of wrestlers that WWE plans to release in the coming days, they were shocked that Roman Reigns was on that list. But many fans pointed out that this obviously is the reason why Roman Reigns has been gone from WWE TV in recent days. He wasn't on Raw, he wasn't on SmackDown. After WrestleMania 38, he has been almost completely wiped off of television, and he has no match scheduled for WrestleMania Backlash, the next WWE pay-per-view. So this kind of explains why he's been mysteriously gone from the company in recent days. It has now come to light exactly why Roman's on the list. It's because WWE believes that he has become too big for the company, because Vince McMahon has started to think about what happened in the mid to late 80s when Hulk Hogan was basically WWE. And then when he eventually left the company in the early 90s, they really struggled. Luckily, they were able to rebound, but it was several bad years and the company almost went out of business. And Vince McMahon is seeing a lot of parallels between the Roman Reigns era and the Hulk Hogan era of the late 80s. And he has decided that it's time to move out the old and bring in the new, meaning bring in the new generation of wrestlers. The wrestler who is rumored to replace Roman Reigns once he is released is Theory, formerly Austin Theory. And Vince McMahon truly believes that he is going to be the next huge star, and it'll just take a short time after they release Roman Reigns for Theory to win over audiences, and Vince McMahon believes they will forget all about Roman Reigns and they will focus on this new generation of wrestlers, including Theory. Now, reportedly, Roman Reigns was caught completely off guard by the news that he was going to be released by WWE. And he says that he's very, very angry and upset and saddened by the news that he's going to be released by WWE, because he feels like he gave his all to the company, and this is how they repay him, by literally saying, "You're fired, get out of here," when he is a number one star in the company. And the big question is, what's going to happen to his undisputed title? And because this is a breaking story, we'll have to wait and see, and we'll bring it to you when we find out. Now, another big star who recently received some very upsetting news from WWE is Becky Lynch. Ever since the WrestleMania 38 pay-per-view came to an end, fans have been wondering, where is Becky Lynch? Why is she missing from WWE, and what is actually going on? Now, WWE, up to this point, has been completely quiet about fans asking, where is Becky? She was on WWE TV pretty much every week since she returned at SummerSlam 2021. But now she is gone. Adding fuel to the fire is what Bianca Belair said on an episode of Raw, where she said, oh, now that Becky is taking a hiatus from wrestling, it's now my turn. Hiatus from wrestling? Well, Becky never announced this. WWE never announced this. What's going on? Well, now we know the truth and why Becky has been missing from WWE programming. On the list that WWE created for wrestlers they want to release in 2022, one of the names also on the list besides Roman Reigns is sadly Becky Lynch. And according to insiders, the reason why Becky Lynch is on the list for wrestlers that are going to be released in the coming days is because Becky Lynch has become disinterested in her wrestling career since giving birth to her new baby. And she's now mostly focused on being the best mom possible. And fans have said, well, why is WWE blaming Becky for wanting to be a good mom? Why can't she just remain in the company and be a wrestler, but also be a great mom? Why does she have to choose? But it seems that WWE has made their final decision, and they are going to fire Becky Lynch in the coming days. And WWE executives believe that it's time for WWE to move on from the Becky Lynch era in the women's division, and that will be turned over to Bianca Belair. Executives are excited that they're going to save millions of dollars because Becky Lynch had a huge contract. They also like that Bianca Belair has much more of a fire inside of her to want to be a huge star and do the best work she can in WWE, whereas executives believe that Becky just didn't have that fire anymore, that her heart was now with being a great mom instead. Now, allegedly, when Becky heard the news that she was going to be released from WWE, she was blindsided, and she couldn't believe that the company that she helped bring into this new era of making the women's division just as important as the men's division is kicking her out of the company, especially with no prior notice. And she has told close friends that this is not the end of her wrestling career, that she's going to keep wrestling and she's going to do whatever she can to make sure that fans know that you can be a mom and a wrestler at the same time, and you don't have to make a choice in life. What are your thoughts about WWE planning to release Roman Reigns and Becky Lynch? And are there any other wrestlers that you believe WWE should release in 2022? Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you are notified when we upload a new video.